If you struggle with staying consistent with your fitness and your goals, you don't need more motivation, you need a better system. This is it for you. This morning, we've got an 18-minute EMOM that'll provide you with fitness, strength, intensity, set for the day. But this is more than just a workout. This is a system that will allow you to stay consistent, reach your fitness goals and your life goals. Every single morning, we prime our minds, warm up together, move with intensity to make sure that we're getting capacity for life, and then we take an hour of action on our goals. If you're new here, I'm Adam, and I've been coaching fitness for 25 years, but as a farmer and a father, my consistency has fallen off. So now we get up every single morning before the kids to ensure that it happens. If you want to make sure that your life moves forward, carve out the time, do it with us. First step, we're going to choose our first thoughts today. Let's go. All right. So first step on our morning routine is to get into a squat. So feet go underneath the hips on the ground, heels are down. And if you feel like you're going to fall over backwards, this is really uncomfortable, go ahead and hold something in front of you to keep you upright. While we're here, we're choosing our first thoughts today, setting our breathing so that we're not reactive and all over the place for the day. So what you're going to do is follow the animation on the right of the screen there for a box breath. It's a 4-second inhale, 4-second hold, 4-second exhale, and then a 4-second hold. Follow the breath work, and I'm going to go through our mental reps. First one is I am responsible. It means I'm going to take ownership and accountability for my life. Right? If you've read Jocko Willink's Extreme Ownership, like even if it's not your fault, take ownership, because what you'll recognize is that you have accountability over your life, control over your life, and also that if you know nobody's coming for you, you can take action and you can move your life forward however you want because it's yours. Next is I will make time between stimulus and response. And that's, can I take a moment and give a calm response as opposed to a snappy reaction, right? When a stimulus comes at you that might cause you stress, can you take a moment and give a response that is calm as opposed to freaking out? Next is I have all I need to succeed today and will focus on progress over perfection. Today is all you can control. I think that's important, that what can I do today to move forward? Don't think about the big picture. Yes, every once in a while, take a step back and make sure that you're moving in the right direction. But today, focus on what you can do today, and you'll recognize that you have the tools to do that, and that doing that today will build the tools that you need tomorrow, and so on and so forth, to make progress over time. And perfection is not the goal unless you define perfection as progress. Just move forward. And then the last one is I choose gratitude, so that I make sure that I'm seeing the positive in my life and not just the things that need work and improvement, not just the things that I'm trying to work on. So, mindset primed, Maple, time to start moving the body. Let's get after it. All right. So we are up out of bed. First step in the morning after getting up is getting up off the floor. So not 20 minutes, we're gonna fix that. We're gonna go for 2 minutes. And what that looks like is get your hands on the ground, lay your body on the floor, and then reverse it. Get her back up. And you can take a clap or a hop with a clap overhead to celebrate the fact that you're able to do so and that you have, committed yourself to getting up early here this morning and taking action on your fitness and your goals. Because remember, nobody is going to come and take action for you if you've got a goal in your life. While we're moving through here for 2 minutes, just turning on the body, turning up the heart rate, warming up the body, we're going to talk briefly about the idea of why we fall off and how to get back on. I think for the most part, we set unrealistic standards for ourselves and we don't have a system or a plan, right? We tell ourselves that we're going to get in shape or that we're going to start writing that book or whatever the goal is, but we don't have a system. What we need to come up with is, hey, every day at this time after this happens, I'm going to create this habit, because our habits are what move us forward. A habit is something that you do consistently without thought, right? It's habitual. And if you can create the habits of success, instead of the habits of, sloth, whatever you want to call them, the habits of not taking action, scrolling, laziness, whatever, non-discipline, then that's what you're going to achieve. But if you can create habit stacks that lead to the things you want, like this system here, right? Once you go to bed early, all you got to do is get up when your alarm goes off, no snooze, and then press play. Join us, warm up, take action on your fitness, and then do homework towards the goals that aren't getting attention, the ones that are important to you, the real fire inside you. So that's why the system exists, so that we can be here every day to take action. Next step on the warm-up, we're gonna go with some jumping jacks, turning it up a little bit more. So think about taking the hands up overhead, clapping them together, and then take them behind you at the bottom, clap them together as well. And we're gonna bounce here for 20 or 30 seconds. You can always just standing march if that's not comfortable for you first thing in the morning. But the more we can turn it on, turn it up, the better we're gonna feel in this workout. So while we're bouncing here, I think we're all pretty quiet this morning, but if you're watching on the replay or you're here on the live stream, let me know what time did you get to bed last night. So for me, the goal is always around 8:30, because if I can get to bed 8:30 up at 4:30, that feels pretty good for me. Last night was around 9. One of my daughters didn't like to go to bed quite on time last night, so we were up a little early, a little bit late, but feeling good. Next one is an inchworm. So we're gonna go with a wide stance, take the hands to the floor, walk yourself forward till the shoulders are over the hands. Squeeze the butt and the legs, so we're in a nice straight line, and then walk it back, and then stand up in between. We're gonna get at least 5 there. Let's move through those. Nice tight position in the middle. Mr. Terry, 12:30 a.m. Uh-oh. I hear static, shoot. Thanks, Terry. Check, check. Audio check. I don't hear anything. Goes in and out, that's not good. Check, check, check. Check, check. Hello? Keep the monitor on. I'll try that for now. All right, so where are we? Inchworm. Let's get a couple more inchworms. So nice wide stance, hands to the floor, walk it out. Nice tight body. And then walk it back. Get a couple more there. One more. Sorry about the audio. Hopefully it's not too bad. Next one, standing nice and tall, we're gonna go with a leg swing. So just letting that leg go forwards and backwards, not too aggressive with more range of motion. Just ease in. Can you hear an echo now? I've got the monitor on, I can hear myself. Let's get at least 10 cycles here, pushing, pulling. Not too crazy. Just easing in. This morning we're gonna have some overhead squats, alternating toes to bar, and a front rack hold. 18 minutes. That'll be a good one. Some strength on the overhead squats if you want. Ow. Just kick myself. Switch sides if you haven't on a leg swing. Oh, I hear that. Okay. Next, we're gonna come into our plank position. Right, shoulders over the wrists. From there, you're gonna take one one foot out in front. Morning, Megan. Right along. Jeez, sorry about that. Okay, and what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take one elbow. I'm gonna turn that off. Sorry. One of those days. Let me know if it gets staticky again. Shit. Okay, we're gonna go front elbow, not front elbow, elbow on the same side as that bent knee. Work it down towards the ground as close as you can get. And then from there, we're gonna reach. I like to take the back knee off the floor while I do so. Reach to the ceiling. Work the elbow to the floor. And then return there. Let's get at least 5 cycles per side. So how are we doing this morning? How did we sleep? What time was bedtime? Megan, Jody, how are we doing? And Yaroslav, good morning. Sorry I missed you there. Sorry if we're staticky today. I don't understand technology. Let's switch sides. That's tight. That's the tight side for me. Same thing, work that elbow down towards the ground. And then turn and reach. Let's get at least 5 here. Wow, that side's tight, team. How are we feeling after those burpees yesterday? A couple more here. We should be starting to get a little bit sweaty, a little bit warm. Oh, that's tight. One more here, and then we'll come into our bootstrapper. What do we call that? Wow. Paleo squat. Okay, last twist. Good. All right. Next, come into our passive squat there, or paleo squat position. And what you can do is we're gonna grab our big toes. We're gonna wrap our fingers around the big toes, pull the chest up nice and proud. Take a full breath there. And then you're gonna drop the chin, drop the chest, raise those hips, open up the hamstrings a little bit. You can walk it out. And then sit it back down, pull up on the feet, pull the chest up proud. Take a full breath there. And then recycle it. Drop the chin and chest, hips up. Oh, it's tight. And then cycle again. Dang, I missed the burpees. That's okay. Good morning, Tim. Sorry if the audio is funny today. Good morning. Okay, one more here. Drop the chin, drop the chest, hips up. You'll have time to warm up, Tim. Don't worry about it. All right, one more sit, chest up, and then let's come on up. Okay, let's grab our PVC here. We're gonna prep that overhead squat a little bit. Especially if you're new to the overhead squat, grab your PVC. So let's go, let's just open up the shoulders here a little bit first. So grab it with that nice wide grip, basically sitting in the hip crease, arm straight, and then take that thing overhead. And let's just work it back behind us, up and down, above and below the shoulder blades. Get 10 cycles there at least. Something's feeling funny in my neck. So open that up. If it's feeling a little bit loose, narrow the grip a little bit. If it's feeling really tight, widen the grip a little bit. Just moving through that range of motion. And then what we can do is take it to the back as well with that wide grip as well. Or still, and then let's just get some presses. So from the shoulders, the back rack, to straight overhead with that snatch grip. You know, it's light, but just work into that active press, really pressing up hard to the top. And then from there, keep that up overhead. We're gonna set our feet underneath the shoulders and let's get some overhead squats here. So hips go down and back, bar stays basically behind the head. If you try to keep the bar in line with your body, it's gonna come out in front and end up falling. So think about slight hinge, like a good morning, keeping that bar over the feet, and then squat, and then just stand up from there. So let's get a few of those. And then we'll talk about the other two a little bit here. And then we'll prep the barbell. If you don't have a barbell today, that's okay. You can always do overhead squats with this PVC stick. And they're good and challenging, especially if you're new to them. Okay, so let's look at this. So 3 movements today, 18 minutes. That first minute is gonna be the overhead squat. I've got 5 reps written there, but that's really only if, you know, you have some exposure to the overhead squat and you can put some weight on it and make it pretty challenging. Otherwise, do more reps, right? If it's light, do more. Second movement is our alternating toes to bar. I'm gonna give you a few options for this, but if you have the ability, you can't see me. So if you have the ability, then you're gonna hang and alternate the foot touching the bar, ideally the one that you're hanging on, but mine is funky, so you can do whatever. If that's not accessible, next step would just be a alternating leg raise, trying to get the heel above the hip level. And if that's not accessible, knee raise, alternating knee raises, bringing the knee above the hips. If you don't have something to hang on to, then feel free to go with a sit-up. Not exactly the same, but lay on the floor, get the shoulders up past the hips, sit it up tall. But get a pull-up bar ideally at some point because we use them a good deal. All right, and then the last one, might as well get out the barbell. The third one is an isometric hold. You're just gonna take your barbell or dumbbells, put the barbell in the front, and hang out. The goal will be really just to focus on controlling the midline, keeping the abs nice and tight without being broken, and breathing. Right, if you find this position uncomfortable, take a minute, prep the wrists. What you can do is get those hands on the ground, fingers pointing back to you, and then you can get some rocks back and forth, just opening up the wrists if you find that front rack position uncomfortable. So let's take the next couple minutes and get a little bit of weight on the barbell, warm up the overhead squat, and then we'll get going here. Let me know if you have any questions or if this is really staticky, but let me know. We're gonna warm that up now. Check, check. Sounds staticky. So, if you got a barbell, take it on the back, pop it overhead, or you can snatch it if you really want. Feet underneath the shoulders, hips go back and down. Maybe warm up that bottom position a little bit. Lots of crunching in the knees. Make sure your music's up. So as I was saying, you can choose a weight for the overhead squats, and once again, you can always change it as you go. We are going to have 6 sets of this. So if you want to increase the load through there, you can. But ideally, you want to choose something that's going to be challenging for those 5, because the front rack hold, if you're using the same weight, is going to be a little bit easier than that overhead squat. Oh, bringing the bar down. Hardest part. Ethan Bishop, good morning. Just jumping on to say thank you for doing this every day. I really appreciate it, brother. Been doing these daily workouts in New Zealand, 9:20. Thanks, Ethan. I remember you joining us once, and I've seen you on Instagram. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, Instagram's a great place. Or school. I appreciate you. Good morning, Talia. All right, so we're just setting up our bars for the overhead squats. And I guess the front rack hold. Once again, let me know if you have any modifications or equipment questions or technique questions. Try this, I guess. All right. Yeah, that's heavy enough. Bringing that bar down is challenging as well. How you feeling this morning, Talia? All right, so let's get this set. I'm just gonna keep checking this audio, sorry. Okay. Ready, team? I'm good, Talia. Thank you. If you are busy and you want a great workout, but you don't have a whole lot of time, you need efficiency, not 2 hours in the gym. This morning, we've got 18 minutes, 3 movements, full body, all you need. Let's go. All right, team. This morning, we've got 18 minutes, 3 movements, meaning 6 sets of each. We're gonna cycle through those every minute on the minute. First movement is an overhead squat. Second movement is an alternating toes to bar. Third one is an isometric hold in front rack. Let me give you a couple demos here. So if you are new to the overhead squat, do a PVC. Grab that thing, take it overhead with a wide grip, hinge at the hips, squat till the hips are below the knees, knees in line with the feet, stand up. Right? If you've done this before, feel free to use a barbell. We're going 5 reps, load it up to something that's going to be challenging. For 5, obviously you could take this from the rack if you got one. Otherwise, bar overhead, hips back and down, below the knees, stand, 5 reps. Movement number 2 is our alternating toes to bar. So I'll give you a few options here. Top option is you're hanging and alternating the foot that touches that bar. If that's not accessible, go with a straight leg above the hip. And if that's not accessible, go knee to chest, alternating that knee. And then last option would be like a sit-up. So just lay on the ground, bring the shoulders above the hips, past the hips, and hang out there. Movement number 3 is not a movement, it's an isometric hold. You're gonna take your weight, either barbell or a dumbbell or 2. And we're just gonna put it on the front rack. You're gonna squeeze your butt, squeeze your abs, and hold. We're gonna go at least 30 seconds on that one. 6 rounds, overhead squats, alternating toes to bar, front rack hold. Let's do it. Get some tunes on there. All right. Let's go for it. All right, team, 18 minutes. Starts in 10 seconds. First set of overhead squats first. 3, 2, 1.
cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working
5 reps here.
If you think you'll win, nah, unlikely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following rows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain.
Bringing the bar down. All right.
Off and risking things, gonna make a name. I just wanna be famous, but I don't want that cheap fame.
Toes to bar next.
I just wanna be greatness.
Ease in. We got 6 sets of each. 10 seconds. Trying to get maybe 10 toes to bar. Maybe more if these are easy. 3, 2, 1. There's 12. Gotta figure out what works in the first round. It's 12. Each minute doesn't need to be the end of the world. You want to just be able to maintain consistency here. And it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots. If I miss off, forget it. I'll take a fat loss just to learn all that's in it. I'm taking. Next one's our front rack hold. If you don't have a barbell, just think 10 seconds. Just think dumbbells work great. Maybe even harder. All right. Go. So, squeeze the butt. Squeeze the abs, keep the elbows high. Squeeze, don't just stand there. Make sure we're active, right? It's very easy to arch the back here. Keep it squeezed, butt squeezed, abs squeezed. Keep it up, we can go at least 30 here. That's 30. I'm gonna get a few extra since I started late. Keep squeezing the abs and butt. 40. All right, 1 round down. Once again, you can always increase the weight for those snatches. You can increase the reps on the toes to bar. You can increase the load, on the front rack. 3, 2, 1. Let's go back overhead squats, round 2.
Who I am, I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again. You ain't see me activated. You better hope that you never see me agitated. I think about my actions.
Bringing that down, scary.
That's how I end up on the top, man. I'm calculated. My mind's a weapon, my body is the engine. I'm never second guessing.
All right, back to toes to bar. 15. Chris, good morning. You're up. All right, toes to bar, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Oh, you can't see me. It's 12. All right, back on the front rack, hold here in 15. Remember, really focus on the midline here on these holds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Abs and butt. Chest up tall, elbows high. Abs on, butt squeeze. And breathe, obviously, but keep the abs tight. Butt squeeze, ab squeeze, butt squeeze, ab squeeze. It's 20. Those elbows high. 25. It's 30. 35. It's 40. That's 2 down, 4 to go. Overhead squats next. Back at it. 5, 3, 2, 1.
Expect nothing less, you check it on chest, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold an obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take your redemption. Just no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11, 11, it's time for perfection.
Press up hard on that bar. The elbows straight. Oh. Good job so far, team. We're almost halfway there. Back to the toes to bar.
Who could save him instead of searching inside for what they gave him? A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them.
5, 3, 2, 1. Toes to bar.
High ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off from a break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft. You can change lives. You create thoughts. Never waste time. You got one shot. You got one life. Better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5. No mean boss. Just life and free thoughts.
It's 13. Turn it up. "30 seconds. And we're onto the front rack hold. "15. Control the breathing, 10 seconds. All right, abs and butt squeeze. I don't want to be broken. Hips should be underneath the shoulders. And go. Squeeze, squeeze. It's 10. Abs and butt, abs and butt. Stay tall. Squeeze the abs and butt. It's 20. It's 30. 35. 40. That's 3 rounds, team. 5 to go. 3 to go. I don't know. How many rounds are we doing? 6? 3 to go. 14 rounds to go. All right, overhead squats. 3, 2, 1. Over halfway, team. Keep it up. That's toes to bar in 20. 10. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 14. Well, that burns the abs. A lot of core going today. Should have called this an ab day. 20 seconds, then we're back onto our front rack hold. How are we doing so far? Sure, let me know in the comments how to go at the end. All right, front rack hold in 5, 3, 2, 1.
Change my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb. The only way to win at life. I never miss that.
15. Abs and butt squeezed. Elbows high. 20. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze the butt mostly. Abs to 30 seconds. 35. 40. That's 4 rounds down, 2 to go. Back to the overhead squat in 10. Keep it up, doing great. 5, 3, 2, 1.
They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't playing no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a major lack. I go crazy, nah, but I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said.
Oh. Dang. Wow. Toes to bar in 10. Almost there. 18 minutes of efficiency. 3, 2, 1. Woo. Woo. Abs are burning. All right, back to the front rack hold. 20 seconds. And then one more round. 15. Did what I had to do just to feed me, and what was left over 10. I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the 3, 2, 1. Abs and butt. Squeeze the abs and butt. Don't let the hips go forward. Don't lean back. Stand tall, squeeze. Abs and butt. It's 20.
I swear to God, they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these
30.
who were all taught they deserve an ounce.
I'll hold the last round for a full minute.
It's only worth it if you work for it.
That's 40. One more round, team. Let's go. Overhead squats in 10. Last round. See what we got. 3, 2, 1.
Let's go. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen. When everybody wants to be king, yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart? Are you mean? Got some pride, got some needs. Are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm the fucking clowns. Who were all taught they deserve it now. It's only
All right, last set of toes to bar. 15.
worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
5, 3, 2, 1. Ah, 15. Wow. Wow. All right, one more front rack hold. Let's see if we can go for the whole minute. What is that?
I feel like I'm losing
Piece of clay.
everybody in the world.
15. Last one. 10 seconds. Hold on. 3, 2, 1. All right. Last one here. Try to breathe. Elbows high. Squeeze your butt and squeeze your abs. Stay with it. 15. 20. Squeeze the butt. 25. 30. 35. Stay with it. Keep squeezing. 40. Abs and butt. 45. Shoulders are burning. 50. 10. Come on. Ankle stop. 5, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Shoulders are on fire there again. All right, great work, team. Remember, give me a sec here. If you are tight on time, like that 3 movement workout, you could have done 5 sets of overhead squats, or 6 sets of overhead squats, and then 6 sets of toes to bar, and then 6 sets of the hold, say 2 minutes rest in between. That takes you 45 minutes, and we're done in 18. Same work, less time, better results. Get back to your life. If you like this, join us every single day. Georgia, good morning. All right, Chris, did you get it done? How we doing? Let's get a little cool down here. Let me know how it went. What weight did we use for the overhead squats and for those front rack holds? Let's do this. Let's get a quick wrist stretch just to start here. So we're just gonna go, Maple, stop. We're just gonna go hands, palms on the ground, fingers pointing back towards you. And then you can sit back if you need more. You might not want more. That might be more than enough for you. Just staying at 90 degrees. But let's hang out there for a minute. Maple, stop. And, you know, we can keep talking about this idea of efficiency. But more than efficiency, like, stop. Like, more than the exercise being efficient, we want a program that's efficient. We want a system that's efficient such that, such that we can achieve the things that we want in a reasonable amount of time consistently. And we talk about this every day, that it's, you know, this is about the workout because yes, fitness is important. You want to be capable and, you know, be able to do all the things that you want and be strong. But at the same time, this is about a consistent habit stack that allows you to achieve what it is that you want to achieve in your life, right? We do the fitness because that is what supports our efforts in everything else, right? If we're not strong enough to work on our goals, if we're not capable enough to handle our responsibilities, then we can't do anything. So we build the fitness so that what we want to do in our life is accessible. And then what we do is we take that homework hour and build what we want in our lives. So we're building the capacity to build the capacity. I know that sounds weird, but that's what we're doing. We're building the capacity, but also specifically each morning, you're building the clarity to attack what you should be attacking, to determine what it is that you want to move towards, and then, carving out the time to get it done. So on that note, what's next is homework, right? We talk about this all the time, that take that hour, take this clarity, take this physical sensation that we have of the body is nice and relaxed and calm, and go do that hour of work. Put it towards the thing that fires you up, the thing that's missing in your life right now, the thing that drives you. Let me give some examples of what that means. So this is our Tim rake handle, first bar on the last set. So trying to figure out who is who. Nice. I like it, Tim. Hey, you're doing it. That's all that matters. So this was sunrise yesterday. Well, not sunrise, I guess maybe half an hour after sunrise. With the chickens, they want their breakfast, so they all come and say hi. Didn't get any craziness from the goose, which is nice. Got a few on here. What do we got? Chicken greeting. This was the sheep move yesterday. They had just gotten to their new pasture there. You can see on the right my new fence they just got finished. See all the critters running around getting some new green. Always happy about that. I show these, it's so windy. Holy moly. I show these videos not because, this is a farming channel or, you should go and do those things. I show this because this is not how I started, right? I grew up in the city and I don't have any exposure, any experience with livestock or farming or anything. But we determined as a family that this is what we wanted in our lives. And as a result, we did the work to make it happen. And every single day I do work to move this place forward, to achieve our goals as a family. And, I show this because you can do anything. It doesn't need to be farming. It doesn't need to be this. But whatever your goal is accessible, achievable, take action. And we'll show one more little clip here. Irrelevant to farming. This is just me doing some, it's upside down. Here, let me flip this. I very rarely do muscle ups, but yesterday we had some at the gym, so I'm going to share my first and best set that I filmed for you. We got a set of 5 here. See how my technique is, trying to keep the body nice and long, try not to bend the legs too much on that backswing. Good turnover. Probably get a little bit more hip extension. I'm sure Georgia can relate to that. But there you go. That's a set of ring muscle ups. Obviously something that we're really not going to practice a whole lot here. But, if you are interested in learning stuff like that, I'm happy to share. Otherwise, great job today, team. Chris, you're going to go replay the stream. Love it. Get her done. And then make sure we take action on our homework, right? So if you didn't get your workout in, go get it. And then take an hour of action towards the thing that moves you, the thing that you're missing, the thing that is important in your life. And know that if you do this every day, you are going to start working. You're going to start seeing progress. You're going to start seeing those goals become reality. So just keep moving, take action. Show up tomorrow. Let's do it every day. Quick shout outs to all our chatters this morning. Ethan Bishop from New Zealand. Yaroslav, Megan, Chris, Georgia, Talia, Jody, Tim, and Mr. Terry with all the chats. I love you guys. And it makes me happy that we get to do this together. And I hope to see you all tomorrow. Nice muscle ups. Thanks, Jody. Quick shout outs to team members Jody, Jason, Ryan, Yaroslav, Chris, Adam, Rose, and Shirlsy. Love you guys. If you want to support this channel more, feel free to join the membership if you haven't already yet. I love you guys. Have yourselves a fantastic day. Well, we're going out to do one of my favorite things today. We're going to go see the Mennonites to pick up some plant starts, and hopefully not a new puppy, but looking forward to today. Mr. Terry leads the chats. He sure does, Tim. You figured it out already. All right, team. Go have a great day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace.